So, we're having a show about NASCAR paint schemes called Wrap It Up. I'm with Jordan. Jordan,
What's
how you doing
up?
today, buddy?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I'll tell you who is pretty happy, but nobody else likes this old man right here.
Listen, if it was a dirty diaper, would Denny change it?
That's a very good question. We could probably ask his ex-girlfriend about that. She's probably had to change all the diapers, or maybe even his from some of the rumors I heard, but we'll get to that later, maybe later, see what's going on. All right, folks, we're going to talk about paint schemes, every paint scheme that they're going to use coming up for Richmond this weekend, and we're going to do it in the order of how they finished last week in Pocono. Hang with us. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you are, mammals who speak English, this is Wrap It Up, and we're looking at every paint scheme coming up for Richmond race in the order that they ran last week at the Pocono. Pocono, sold out. What do you think about that?
I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Dale Jr.'s all about it.
He
said
every
it was
week,
a 94 crowd.
Every week, Dale Jr. loves it. He hypes every race. Yes. Atlanta's the new Bristol. Go there, everything.
He's the face that runs the place, NASCAR.
I guess so. Here's a guy, though, making some faces look at him and showing him some fingers.
Found out it was Mavis.
Mavis.
That's what he said, getting out of the car.
I'll refer to it as Mavis Beacon Typing, because that's the only thing I know that's near it. The most generic-looking logo I have ever seen on a race car.
Yes,
it's like they put this in NASCAR 05, and this was the sponsor your boy was able to land. You know,
absolutely.
What do you think about him? A lot of number 11s up in the air, as he said on the old social media. He said a lot of number 11s out there after the win.
Yeah.
Third week in a row, they're running Mavis tires and brakes. What happened to FedEx?
I don't know.
Where did they go?
I'm trying to figure it out. But
somebody call 911. We got a missing person, missing company.
If it was a dirty diaper, do you think Denny would change it?
Probably. Denny doesn't seem to have a problem with dirtiness, you know, from what I hear. Denny's fine with diapers, everybody says. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. What about this guy right here?
Finished second behind his boss.
Right. Can you wreck the boss the way the boss wrecks his buddy? Would the 45 put the pressure on the 11 that the 11 put on the 5, you think?
I don't know. Maybe.
That wreck? I don't know either. What kind of talk do you have when you wreck your boss? Can you explain to him how? But look, I won.
This guy got a helmet thrown at him?
Yeah. And then didn't affect him whatsoever, really, though, did it?
No.
Not a bit. So this guy just kept on trucking. New paint scheme. It's a little, I don't know, basic, I want to say. I don't know. It's something different. I like the color, but it's just got some shapes. What's this big swoop thing? What's that got to do with the internet? Is that an internet cable?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know either. Let's see 1/3. Oh, it's your boy Martin Truex. I'm telling you. Martin Truex is one of the guys.
Potential championship here.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Maybe the 24 I would pick a little bit higher than this old boy, but maybe having a good week. He did not used to be a short track man by any means, but he's won a couple here the last couple of years.
Yeah.
He may have figured it out. Of course, Johnny's paying the bills with the Bass Pro Shop Club.
Yep.
Johnny got all the money.
Less patriotic.
It is.
Of a car.
Is. Somebody write a letter to Johnny and be like, why are you not patriotic?
Yeah.
Why do you not spend your money on cars, Johnny?
For sure.
What about this guy going to retire?
I like it. I like it.
You like it? How much do you like it?
I like it so much that it's going to be my wrap of the week.
Dang. That's a big one right there. 20 car usually has this wrap on it. Big die-cast energy, absolutely.
Yes.
Last year, give him all of them. Does he? I still don't know, man. I really thought maybe he would have broke a win. He still can. I hope he gets one before the year's over. I'll give him that.
Yes, I hope. Richmond's a good possibility for him.
Could be.
Yeah.
I can see it. He gets good finishes.
Like similar to Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely. What about this boy? Is this the best finish he's had in the Cup Series?
Maybe.
I think so. Or did he get a fourth once? I'm not sure. Top 5, though. He's chipping away at him.
Yeah, he's flies under the radar this year.
He had the big, terrible thing with his father passing the day after he won the Xfinity Championship last year. And everybody was poised for him to be the villain, right?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Everybody was very nice about understanding he had a bad situation happen, and now he's just chipping away until he gets that first win.
Well,
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this.
No, he's definitely not going to like come in and start stealing all these wins. No, don't worry about it at all. Sure. New paint scheme for the 20.
What? Ream went to the 4?
Right. So
I like
they're
the white.
Get this.
The white looks cool.
Mac tools. You ever bought any Mac tools?
No, I bought Mac computers.
Yes, there you go. Same thing. They sell them
Yeah.
out of the same truck. Get your socket wrench or a...
Do you need Mac tools to work on a Mac?
Probably. I mean, because
Computer?
I've had to have Windows tools to work on all my normal PCs.
Is there any Mac devices in this building at all?
In this building we're in at the moment, not one.
I didn't think there was. Is there any Mac tools in here?
No Mac tools either. Now, I'm believing, but the reason Mac Tools is on this car is because their association made by the same people that make DeWalt or Craftsman and everything. So I think that's what's going on.
Guess
So I do have some
what?
DeWalt. They got money.
Yes.
This tool manufacturer, they like money, and they will spend it
Yes.
for this man to win.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I would have originally thought at Christopher Bell at Richmond.
No chance.
But
Right. I could see
he
that.
might. No, he might. He might have a better chance than this guy.
That's true. I'd say that's probably a fair estimate that Ty is definitely coming in worse than Christopher Bell in 6th. Here's a guy who's surprising for the year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, 500 win.
What was his finish?
Consistent finishes. He won this week. He won. He didn't win. He got 7th place this week. Top 10 for a solo team car.
I think he's comfortably in the playoffs right
I
now.
would say so. I mean, he's definitely in from the 500 win, but even on points, I think he's going to go a couple rounds because he has saved up some serious stuff. What a man. And last for this segment here that we're going to do with you this time, we're looking at the 21 of Harrison Burton, and I have given him so much crap this year for bad
8th place
finishes.
finish.
This is
At Pocono.
Pocono. He needed an 8th place. Last win for the 21 was at Pocono with Ryan Blaney. Man, how many years ago was that? That's been like 8 years now or something. 27 years? It's been a long time.
Here's my prediction.
Predict it for me.
Pocono more top 10s this year.
Very good, very good possibility that you might be right. Does he return to the 21 next year, or do you think they move on? At what point does Harrison Burton...
Is this his second year in that car?
Yes. He's not a rookie anymore. He's a rookie last year. He got, remember, flying last year, wasn't it, that he went airborne, or was that... Yeah, he was the first person to like get the new car off the ground at Daytona.
Okay.
So this is second year. How many years do you have in the 21 developmental car before something changes?
I mean, I don't see him going to Penske.
Right? I don't see it.
Yeah.
This is kind of the fourth
it's
Penske car already.
Probably his best ride.
It probably
option
is. Right now.
Right now.
Absolutely. Maybe the 31, maybe something else. Who knows what lies in the hearts of the Wood brothers.
Here's what we're seeing, though, in the Cup Series right now is that you had that big shift from an older to a younger generation.
Right.
And there's just not that many seats for these Xfinity guys to start coming in.
You got to be super elite. And I don't know if Harrison Burton's holding down that elite stuff. I mean, he never really killed in trucks or Xfinity. 1 year, he had a good Joe Gibbs year in the 20.
But J.J. Yaley is.
That's right. J.J. Yaley is breaking the internet with the finishes that he has, and you cannot blame him for being such a strong presence, J.J. Yaley. We'll get more to J.J. later and see what he's got going on. He's going to Hollywood, I swear. J.J.'s big. Folks, we are giving away stuff as always, and if you want it, you can get it. All you got to do is comment in the comments.
And we finally gave away.
We had a winner last week, for Pocono, right?
And that was a good guess. Denny Hamlin,
That's
7
right.
wins.
Great pick. If you know the pick of who's going to win, put it in the comments. And if you're the only one, you get it. If not, we'll pick from those. This prize is amazing. This is something you cannot get anywhere else. This is a media pack from the Media Center of Bristol Motor Speedway, 1993.
And it's in mint condition.
It is in mint condition, and it's not just the pages you see there. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yes.
This is a serious collector's item. that normal people are not going to have available to them.
Or normal people would want.
Or normal people would even want. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
You're putting it together.
But
there
because
you go.
you're watching the show, you want it.
Exactly. Normal people aren't watching. Folks, we do appreciate you watching. Watch this commercial and tell me what you think about it. It will blow your mind, I promise. Hold on.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
And we're back, Jordan. Segment 2.
All
Stage
right.
2. Whatever you want to call it. We're going to do it. We're looking at them paint schemes coming up for the big race in Richmond.
Yes.
Richmond. You know, I ain't been to Richmond in almost 10 years.
I have not
for
been
a
to that
race.
track.
It's
not.
I'll
an
settle the
exciting
backstretch.
race.
It's not even there anymore. Yeah, it's died down a lot. It's not as great a
Look,
race as it used to be.
No, I think maybe one race for that place next year.
I think that would be a good idea, honestly.
I do. I think there's going to be some bold things on next year's schedule.
I hope so. I hope
I
we
think-
just get to mixing it up. Just get crazy.
I think we see a doubleheader weekend at Indy.
Wow.
Road course on
And then-
Saturday.
wow.
Oval on Sunday.
Dude, that would be amazing. That's a good idea.
Write it down.
Write it down. Well, it's on film now.
Well,
So if it happens, it was
that's-
our idea and
hey,
we're owed money.
You know what my other
Hour,
prediction
as in
is?
you saying
I got.
hour.
I have two more predictions.
Okay,
for
hit
the
us,
schedule.
hit us with it before we even go to the next car.
Daytona 500 is the second race on the schedule
You're-
next year.
Behind the Clash?
No,
Why would they
no,
put...
second.
What would they
sec-
put before it?
Something out west after the Clash.
I don't know.
Clash is out west.
Yeah, and then they stay. That's a hard one. I don't know if they can take Daytona from the front at this point. It's been. I mean, it used to be. It wasn't the first race always,
Exactly.
so it could happen. But I don't know
listen,
nowadays.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Bristol Spring gets replaced next year.
Absolutely. I
think you're with me on that one.
That one's going down. I don't know. I'm not happy about it.
I don't know. I think North Wilkesboro ends
Yeah.
up somewhere in there.
I think you're absolutely right about that. And I think this boy winds up somewhere in that in a Toyota next year.
Wherever that first race is, whether it's Daytona or not,
Yep.
we can get there on Allegiant.
That's true. $100, baby. Fly anywhere you need to go at participating airports on certain days. Allegiant. Again, the man who owns Allegiant owns this team, and this tells me he doesn't have a sponsor.
You can come to Bristol on like a Sunday or a Thursday
Right, Sunday or Thursday. Dang.
at 10 p.m.
Ooh, what a value. For $100, you can get to Bristol. Man, it's going to be the best $100 you've ever spent on flying through the air. That's for sure, because any other $100...
Probably from Myrtle Beach to here if you wanted to.
Probably from Florida. We can
Yeah.
go to about anywhere. Good run for your boy Eric Jones in ninth. You got
Yeah.
to give it to him top 10 while Legacy's falling apart. I just saw yesterday.
Noah Gregson was finally up there in the race.
Well, it just didn't wreck 6 times that race. I
Yeah,
mean, so,
yeah.
if he doesn't wreck 6
It
times.
wasn't a road course, so that's good
Right.
for him.
I just saw yesterday they hired a new director, a man to run Legacy Motorsports, who has worked for TRD for a long time. He has a heavy connection to Toyota, and he's also... This is where I got lost. I was like, okay. Then it said he was also the primary man running Michael Waltrip when they came in, and then in 11 went in to flip them. I'm like, okay, well they didn't make it, so I
Yeah.
hope Jimmy's got better plans than this.
Yeah.
But Jimmy
Whose car is this?
Yeah, come on.
doesn't
Whoever
even know
did
what's
this,
going on.
Just confess. We promise
Here's
we
Petty's
won't be
car.
back.
Yeah.
Is it Jimmy's car? Who knows?
Yeah, but Jimmy's the...
He's a magic man. That's true. That is very true. Here's another man a lot of people think's magic. Big Chase Elliott driving that Unifirst.
had to come from the back.
He did. And got a top 10. So you can't knock that. I don't know. Is Chase drove this paint scheme this year? I'm not sure.
Well,
I know Barry drove it once
maybe Barry or...
when he was out. But
the guy who drove Coda, Jordan.
Jordan
Jordan something?
the guy from the WeatherTech series.
Yes.
He had it too, didn't he? Yeah.
I think
I don't
so.
know that Chase Elliott's actually drove this year.
But you need a uniform?
You can get one there. Kyle Busch they got Alsco. There's a lot of uniform companies involved.
Yes.
Which is weird. It's not a thing I think of that's a big
Yeah.
business, but apparently it is. Here's a big business getting all your food at McDonald's, so you're fat and ugly. And Bubba
just
driving
outside
around.
the top 10.
Yeah, Bubba. I don't know why the last couple of weeks it seems like all the talk about Bubba's calmed down a lot. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
With 6 Toyotas in the top 11.
Toyota was strong, dude. It's all about engines. They're making it happen.
So,
Fords were strong. Look at this guy. This guy, I thought the last couple of weeks has had a shot to actually put up a win, and then ran into problems one way or the other. I mean, especially at New Hampshire.
is this another guy on the question block for next year? What his plans are?
I don't see why not. I mean, if
He announced retirement and then said, nope,
right?
Bacon Man is back.
He's going to hang out with it, and then maybe they put Michael McDowell in the car, a lot of people are saying.
What?
Is
that a rumor?
It is a rumor, but it's supposedly the leading, real rumor that Michael McDowell comes to drive the 10 next year. And maybe even that Smithfield hangs around and latches onto Michael McDonald. From the Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald. You know him.
Excuse
He's
me.
getting in. What a fool. No, I can't even do a Michael McDowell Donald impression. I can do a Michael McDowell impression, but not a Michael McDonald.
Hey, this guy.
Who?
This guy.
This guy?
Trackhouse, Ross Chastain,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
That's his name, Ross Chastain. Watermelon
It's
Man.
dropped off the last few weeks.
They're having
Trackhouse was hot, and then
Summer's not good for him.
this.
It's I don't know what happened, but you're right. Big fall off.
Yes.
But top 15 Ross, even if that's your big fall off though, if that's the worst you do, if you're getting top 15s on your bad weeks, it's a good way to be in a championship hunt.
When you've won already, you can have
That's
bad
right.
weeks every week.
Very, very, very true.
Maybe pick up a few stage points, but
He's drove this paint scheme quite a bit this year. Next year he's going to be the Bushman.
yes. But just this week, SVG's coming back.
Ooh.
Indy Road Course.
Oh, get lit.
Oh well.
Who else is somebody?
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this.
No,
Yeah, don't be worried about it. Other drivers? No way he'll whoop you again, right?
on a road course.
Yeah.
But Dale Jr. said it. He wants to see him race a road course where other people have data.
Yeah, right. See what he can add up against it. Yeah, that makes sense. There's also going to be another driver from V8 Supercar Australia in the same race, racing the number 33 for Richard Childress.
Really?
He saw what happened. He said, get me one of them boys. Bring
Get
them up
me,
here.
Get me a Project 33.
Yeah, right? So everybody going to do it now. We're going to have a whole Australian
'Cause-
league coming.
Because we know Austin Dillon's not going to do it.
Yeah,
But
not working
this
out.
guy might do something at the road course.
I deal it. Got to carry the family on his back. Oh, 24. Listen, the 24, I think, got the exact same position last week. I think he finished 14th 2 weeks in a row.
But running up front again, though,
Yeah. Look,
at one point in the race.
this is the favorite in my mind, and I don't know if it's not in yours. It probably you need to rethink things because this is this man's year right now. Right now, if I have to lay my money down on who brings home a cup, my best odds I think are to put it on the 24.
Right now,
Right this minute, who do you put money down on winning the cup?
I'm putting money on Truex right now.
It's a good one. It's a good one. That'd be probably I don't know. I don't know.
Right now.
Maybe.
But maybe next
Truex
week.
is good. I'm with you. It's 24-19 are super strong.
Yep.
Here's ugly car. And look, I'm wearing the shirt, okay? I'm not hating on your boy, on the son of David Gilliland. I'm not hating on him. But I'm telling you, this car is ugly as sin. Also drove it last week and driving it again. There's a lot of repeats this week. They, I don't know. I just don't like the Speedy Cash scheme.
No, it reminds me of the old, like a cheap version of the old interstate batteries.
Kind of, yeah. It just looks cheap. It just looks like they didn't put a lot of thought into it,
No.
me, you know?
But then
But-
again,
Look at this peanut patch
if
car.
you were to walk into a Speedy Cash, or maybe it's only online since it's .com.
Yeah. Where is a Speedy Cash? Do we have them here in Bristol?
No,
We don't have Speedy Cash?
no, because it has a lot to do with this.
That's true. And we don't have that in Bristol. You know what we do have that people can get, though?
A casino.
That's true. We do have a casino, so you can make money there, but you cannot get this, a 1993 press junket pack about Mark Martin, straight from the innards of the media center at Bristol Motor Speedway. You can't get that.
Yeah,
Look,
all you
we just
gotta
covered
do,
up.
all you gotta do is comment.
Just got to comment. That's all you got to do.
The winner.
The winner of Richmond coming up this weekend.
Because we gave stuff away last week.
We did. Somebody picked the Pocono winner. It's going to mail it out to him. We're going to send it to him.
Which
I
was
haven't
a
got
good
his
pick.
address yet.
Was a great pick.
It was. It was a great pick.
7-time winner, all-time leadingest winner.
Smart. I think Justin picked Denny, and I picked the 45, so we were pretty close on
But there's
Pocono.
no audio to back that up.
But there's no audio. Yeah, there's no proof, so I could say anything, really. I could say I picked the entire top 20 in order. You can't prove it wrong. Yeah. Anyway, comment on that if you want to win something. We're fine with it. We'll give it away. Submarines again. He's going to build them. Isn't it a strange thing? I mean, I get maybe if you were like pushing like just a company that builds submarines, but this paint scheme is about getting a job just to build submarines.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that this comes up because I don't know if this is all conspiracy government stuff or whatever,
yeah.
but General Dynamics, this company,
Oh, yeah.
which we have one just right up the road,
Yes, sir.
in Marion,
That's
they
true.
don't build submarines at our location.
What do they build?
Other rocketry.
Ooh.
So
Ooh, that's a defense company, though, right?
it is, but
Okay.
they're getting ready. They're negotiating the next defense spending bill in the government right now.
Right.
I don't know. I don't follow this stuff closely.
I got you.
If this is true, they're estimating within so many years that the U.S. Navy could grow by 77% just to keep up with the Chinese Navy.
77%'s a
And
lot. That's a lot of boats.
there's been some government officials buying stock in this company.
Oh, well, okay. There you go, folks. Insider trading. Get it done. Get your money. Let's go, baby.
So, yeah, we're going to be building some submarines.
Build them, baby.
In this country.
Line them up, nose to tail, all the way around the border.
Let's go.
Fill this sucker out. Any boat that comes within our shores will run into a submarine. We don't have
Yeah.
to shoot it down. They don't need to be manned.
Hey, but when it comes to all that government stuff,
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of
Nothing bad's going to happen. Don't worry about it. 16, listen, 16's had Action as a sponsor all year, and I've said all year how crappy the scheme was. So last week, at the last minute, they're like, oh, crap, this scheme does suck. And they waited, didn't say who they were, and then just threw this up. They're like, new paint scheme for Action. And so they updated it. This is much better, I
they
think.
took action.
They did take Action. I had no idea what Action was, but now that it has like a house on it, I have more idea. Again, I'm always saying, put a picture. The car's going 200 miles an hour sometimes, 150, 180, whatever. It's hard to read and know what's happening.
40 if you're in Chicago.
40 if you're in Chicago, 25 in the pits someday. I like this look better, though.
But AJ Allmendinger started out having a terrible season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I picked him
Now-
at the start of the year to be like Final 4 or Final 8 or some crap. Oh, my God. I was way off. I was like, oh, he's going to win like 2 or 3 races on these road courses. Nothing.
Yeah. Well,
Nothing.
He finds right on the bubble,
He's on the, yeah.
and Suarez's bad week helped this guy.
Just hanging around. Yeah, Suarez, speaking of your track house, doing bad is really tanking, aren't they? There, the summer, but I feel like they can pull it out.
Yeah.
I don't think we got enough races for AJ to make it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think AJ pulls it off this year. I don't think he makes playoffs. I think there's too much going, unless in this next few races he breaks off one.
I think he gets in on points
Maybe
because time is running out
Michael
for
McDowell
Suarez.
on points. Who else you got? You got a couple.
Allmendinger on point because listen, but
But
there's 2 road courses back to back coming up.
it's true.
And
He's gonna
that
have
could
to
help
execute, though.
McDowell, Suarez, and Allmendinger. It's
Could.
that bubble is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I think Bowman's way out. He missed because of injury, obviously.
Yeah, he was out.
But he was way back off the bubble right now.
And he's not having good races. He's mid-packing and wrecking and all this crap. One more, we're going to take a break here. 17 with what I would consider to be his primary colors this year.
Absolutely.
Running that blue fast. Now, I dig
Another
it.
guy comfortably in the playoff on points.
Yeah, listen.
He's not on the bubble.
I still think he can win one this year. You know, he won Bristol Fall last year.
This guy's a sleeper on road courses,
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. If he has a good car, I say Chris Buescher can pull off something. Absolutely, I'm with you 100%.
I feel like RFK is going to get one somewhere this year.
I think so too. Brad's been in the front quite a few times and just keeps falling apart. All right, I tell you what though, the best thing you could do at this point, other than worrying about RFK, is worry about getting out into the fresh mountain air, seeing some of the only salamanders in the world, or
here
in the Appalachian Highlands where we live. Right here, you can do it by just checking this out.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
Oh, it's Wrap It Up, and it's Stage 3. We're going through them paint schemes.
Yes.
We have got deals for you here on the Wrap It Up show. We give away something every week. This week is something a real collector will want. A 1993 press junket set-up folder full of stats and pictures and papers from Bristol Motor Speedway's media room in 1993. That's something you don't find every day. That's worth at least, what, $250,000 probably?
Maybe.
It's worth whatever you can convince anybody to give you. And I think I might be able to convince somebody to give me $250,000 for it.
Well,
that's just me.
I like it.
Yeah, I can see that. What about this guy?
Yes, right here. One of the things I like having conversations with you about is when you find out what the sponsor is.
Yeah.
But last week was Bean-A-Bone.
Bean-A-Bone, yeah.
Did you ever find out what that is?
They're going to give a dog a bone, I guess. And
give Michael a bone. He's having quite a season in Front Row Motorsports.
This guy, listen, everybody would normally be like, okay, his career's about over, right? Last year, he's Daytona 500 winner. Great finishes. This is one of his worst finishes of the year, top 20.
Yeah.
This would have been a great finish a couple of years ago for this team.
You used to think, oh, this guy's okay on road courses. Right. He can get it done on super speedways. It doesn't matter where the race is. This guy's getting it done.
This dude knows how to drive. That's maybe why he gets the 10 this next year, that rumor.
Didn't he, like, way back in the day, I don't know, definitely a road guy. Wasn't he in that Australian? Didn't he have a stint in the Australian
series? I don't know if he went to the Australian series or not. He was, before he came to NASCAR, a road course ringer, basically, when he came in. He is a road course specialist. So I'm not sure. He did drive other stuff, but I'm not sure where.
I want to say he's got some.
You might be right
in that supercar series way back in the day.
I could be wrong. No, you might be right about that. When he came in, Michael Waltrip brought him in the 00.
Yes.
Aaron's car. And you've probably seen the footage, you at home, even if you don't watch that much, because it just shows it rolling and rolling around the curve.
It's like his 16th or 17th year in the Cup Series.
Yeah, he's been there.
He's not
a rookie, no, but he's an old timer.
Did I see film? Was it Ryan Preece had some serious words with him after
for the
race?
7 with Corey LaJoy. Corey LaJoy got attacked by Ryan Preece.
Oh, no,
so
not McDowell.
Yeah, McDowell. Now, the only time I think I've seen McDowell actually get crazy with somebody was Suarez. Right? Remember that? Like, was that last year? Him and Suarez really, and they're supposed to be buddies. They really got into it.
Yeah.
Stage front.
Yeah.
Just go right up to the front of the stage.
Yeah, don't know what that is.
I don't either. He's right before. Oh, here's the man who got hit.
I'm not worried about it.
By one of his really good buddies. And
ended up 20th when 20th. He could have won the race.
Going to be the race winner 20th. That'll tick you off. 20's better than 36, though.
Well.
But I don't know, that makes him feel any better about it.
But Lord forbid he do the same thing to Denny, right?
Right. Yep.
Why would he do the same thing?
He said that everybody who hangs out in their friend group always knows Denny is never wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, apparently, Denny's a butthole. Denny tells everybody what to do.
Denny's never wrong.
Never wrong.
Which is why he's not married.
That's true.
It's hard to be married and never wrong.
Yeah, it's never happened to me. I know that much. Oh, look at this new paint scheme. Oh, my God.
I like
the biggest of energy. I'm going to tell you right now, this right here is going to be my wrap of the week. Kyle Busch, new sponsor. X World Wallet.
What is it?
It's a digital wallet that lets you
Bitcoin?
You can move Bitcoin. You can move just other things around in it. It's just like a wallet.
Probably sports betting.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff. I don't know. I didn't spend too much time with it because I just found it out yesterday, but I think it's hot. At first I was like, wait a minute. Did Elon just throw money at Big Richard Childress? Because they changed Twitter to X now.
I saw that.
So I thought that's what happened. I was like, oh crap, he's going to sponsor Kyle Busch while he's at it. But no.
Wow.
This is something else. So the man in black at RCR.
Man.
Sturdy.
And you know what? Richmond is a great track for this guy.
Richmond is a great track. Oh my gosh, this dude! This is off the top of my head, but maybe of Kyle's wins, maybe like a 10th of them are at Richmond or something. Like it's probably less than that, but it's a lot.
Yes,
it's not double digits, but it's getting close. He might have like seriously, I can't think of it. I want to say 6 to 8 wins in Cup Series at Richmond. But RCR short track package, absolute trash.
Okay, well.
So if anything happens, it's Kyle carrying it on his back.
It's the driver.
Yeah. I expect the 3 to be in the 30s this coming week. And Kyle maybe top 15 just because of the times they've been at short tracks, it's been a mess.
Okay.
But hopefully they figured it out. Here's a guy who figured out how not to hit the wall 6 times. He loves.
He was up there though.
He was
part of the race.
He had some driving.
Yeah.
He I do wonder if he's
staying next year.
Yeah, if he's scared that Jimmy is going to move him out with the changes, with this many wrecks and stuff.
This doesn't seem like a Toyota guy to me.
Well, yeah, me either. But remember when he came in, he drove for Kyle in the Truck Series, and so Toyota had him in development, put him in a Kyle truck, in a Busch truck. Well, that sounds weird, right? A Busch truck instead of a Busch car. Anyway, you know what I mean. But he never won a race in the Truck Series for Toyota, and I was like, I don't think this guy's got it. But Junior was like, oh, this guy's got it. Put him in the X car, and he put him in for years. And that last year, he really. But also, the last year Cole Custer ran X cars, he won like half the races too. Also, and you see what happened there. So, just because you're good in the Busch Series doesn't mean you're going to be good in Cup.
Could be a candidate for the 31 car.
Yeah.
It's a Chevy.
Could be. I don't know. We'll see. I bet he doesn't want. I bet he doesn't care about Chevy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to him, he probably thinks his odds are probably better in a Toyota as far as he's concerned because he's getting cars that are basically coming out of Joe Gibbs. It's a big step up from this leftover petty cars he's driving.
What is this? Probably Tier 3 Chevy team?
Ooh, yeah. Tier 3. C level, that's from what I remember hearing. Some of the only people below them for Chevy is Spire. And that might be it. I can't.
What is BJ
78. The 78's the very bottom.
BJ McLeod's driving a Chevy.
So I guess the 78's technically by Chevy standards on the same level as Spire, but Spire's definitely cooking a whole lot better. Yeah. All right, let's look at one or two more here. And see
every week, it's just what's on the hood, right?
What's on the hood. But the red,
Jack Links.
The red makes it stand out a lot more than the blue or black he's had. I think the red and the yellow kind of mix it up a little bit. It makes it look different to me.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
It's not bad.
How much money you think it costs to make beef jerky?
Here comes the money.
It is money.
I don't know. It's expensive at the store.
It is very expensive at the store, and that's why I bring it up. I don't think it has that high.
I'm not worried about it.
Right?
I'm not worried about any of this.
I'll buy dried meat for insane amounts of money. Think about going out and buying a steak. How much you get a whole steak? How much does a steak cost? Can we go to Food City and buy a steak for what?
$10.
Okay.
$12.
If we buy a package of this meat, it's probably what, 10, 15 for the same amount of weight?
Well, yeah, no, it's
Tore all
a
the
lot
pieces?
less. Well,
I'm just saying, like, if you got a big
the
pack,
bag's full of air.
Right, but they come in like weighted. You got like a 10-ounce steak versus a 10-ounce package of Jack Link. You're going to pay way more money for probably what started out as worser meat, and then it's been processed and full of salt and stuff. Don't try to live off of beef jerky is all I'm saying.
That is true.
That's Uncle Aaron's tip of the week. Don't live off beef jerky.
Amen.
All right, one more. I lied. All right, here we go. 48 car. Not having a good year by any stretch of the means.
No, and this is injury or
Tell
not.
us
What
what
he
it
missed? 3 weeks.
Hendrick.
3 weeks
Yeah,
injured.
just 3.
All right,
Yeah.
so all right, playoff chances go way down. You got
Right.
some work to do. Ally, one of the biggest names in banking, is on this car.
Got the money.
Hendrick.
Here comes the money.
Hendrick is on your car, and you're
Biggest
sitting
team in NASCAR.
20th in points.
Yeah, it's not a
that
good
does
look.
not get it done.
Not a good
at
look at it.
Hendrick.
But now, hear me out.
He's on a multi-year deal though, right?
Sure. But listen, if Rick doesn't want him to drive the car, he'll figure out how to make it happen. Casey Kane. They didn't want Casey Kane to drive the car anymore. Guess what, Casey? We found another car for you to drive that sucks really bad. Finish your contract there.
95 car.
Yeah, that didn't work out well. You see that, and he's like, I'll just quit.
Well,
So the same. There's
Spire.
always this one car at Hendrick for some reason.
he's going to Spire.
77. Here he comes.
Get out of here.
Ty Dillon.
Always one
Ty
car at
Dillon.
Hendrick that's behind the other 3, and it was the 24 for
Sometimes-
several years.
Well, now it just
Back in the day, it was
now
the
it
25.
Now it changes month by month.
It seems, yeah, right. This new car's crazy, man. But the 48's just not having luck. But everybody's ready constantly to write him off and say he's going to be replaced. I hear it constantly online.
Until he
Well,
gets
but the
that
48
win.
Yeah. Listen, I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't-
The guy's talented.
He is.
He's got 7 cup wins. You know how many people have 7 cup wins? Not a lot.
I'm not ready to write him off. But
Right.
just like any sport, it's
Yeah,
what
sure.
have you done for me lately?
I'm with you.
What have you done
I'm
for me
just saying
lately?
he's in a slump. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. This man can drive. He's drove BK racing cars. He drove. What was the 7? What's his face had?
James Finch racing.
This man was in the most depths of nothingness of NASCAR.
And now he is.
And
he
he-
is in a palace.
He is Dale Jr. elevated this man single-handedly.
Is hanging around.
Just hanging around in the top 30.
Yeah.
But
He'll be fine.
maybe not. If he don't make this chase, I bet Rick don't let that go on too long.
Well,
1 year max. You don't make the chase 2 years in a Hendrick car. Spire time.
you're gonna be inspired.
Speaking of crap cars, Ryan
this
Newman's
reminds me-
back.
This reminds me of like the old James Finch racing. Maybe,
Right.
Maybe the car that Brad Kay won at Talladega.
Oh yeah, the Muskowski
Yeah,
truck car.
Mikasuki.
Mikasuki. Yeah, I never knew
Yeah.
how to say that.
Doesn't that remind you of that?
It does very much. Yeah, I'm with you, 100%. I like this paint scheme though for Rick Ware. This is maybe the best thing Rick Ware's had all year.
No, the best thing Rick Ware's had all year is Justin Haley.
True.
Justin
Probably.
Haley might win a race in a Rick Ware car.
He might. Wouldn't that be insane? AJ Allmendinger.
Probably on a rain shortened race. but-
Well, he won one in the 77. That's where he got the one win he
Exactly.
got. So that was Spire.
Yeah.
This is just the Ford version of
Yeah.
Spire. I mean, it can happen. But
who's in this car this week?
this is Ryan Newman.
Ryan Newman's back.
He's back, baby. The 15 cars had Parts Plus on it at one point, but now the 51
I'm going
does.
to see Ryan Newman race tonight.
Yes, he's going to be at the thing. You're going to RX race
Yes,
tonight.
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch. Man, I wish I was
Haley
going.
Deegan's going to race.
What?
She's going for the
Race.
championship in the
Race,
series.
you say.
Oh my God! Can you let me
Just
do what I
race.
need to do?
She's going for the championship.
Jordan
in the
has a
series.
very wide definition of race.
So do my kids.
She's going to drive the car.
My
you
kids
mean.
race bikes in the driveway.
Okay, that's fair.
So does Haley Deegan.
Listen, there's a lot of simps out there for Haley, but Haley ain't getting it done, boys.
Hey.
I don't care what her genitalia says. You've got to have somebody who can win checkered flags.
Listen,
She
she's
ain't
still
doing
in the Ford, right? Yeah, she's still
She's
Ford's baby.
She is in the Ford
She
truck
is-
team, sticking her in there and paying the bills.
Listen,
the
she-
manufacturer Ford is paying her bills. Excuse me.
She has a seat waiting at Rick Ware Racing one day.
I don't doubt that a bit. If they keep like,
If Ford
I don't know.
stays on it,
let me ask you this.
because
Does
Tony
Justin
Stewart
Haley-
don't want anybody that can buy their seat.
Oh no, you just
And
it
Haley
does
Deegan can buy
he
her
says
seat.
that,
But he puts her in a series.
but
because
exactly.
he knows she's going to
And
sell
also, he had
tickets.
Danica drive for him for years,
Exactly.
and he has
Bacon Man.
Bacon Man, who's not been doing great, but he's got bacon money.
And he had Cole Custer,
And
whose
Cole
dad is the
Custer.
vice president.
And I thought that comment was kind of a throw at Cole Custard
It
or
was.
Riley Herbst mainly.
Yes.
Because Riley has a sponsor, but sucks. He has no chance. of doing anything. He's been doing a little bit better this year. But that's just like Cole Custer. It's a default. He's in a Stewart-Haas 98. Remember, the 98 was a different team in Xfinity, and they merged with Stewart-Haas.
Yes, and then
so they got the double zero
Cole
and the 98.
Custer driving for an Xfinity?
He's in the double zero Xfinity, right? So that's still Stewart-Haas.
Okay.
That's his old number he had. They just brought that number back just for him because he's the new Buckshot Jones for whatever reason.
They all bring sponsorship.
They do.
And they know people.
That's true. Or their dad runs the place.
Tony Stewart's like, I'm going to run the place. Call Josh Berry.
Exactly.
Because Tony Stewart's.
That's the corn dog man.
This guy used to drive for Tony, right, when he first started the team, right?
Yes.
He put him in there, and then he was really good friends with him, and he still fired him. So
he's king of the Tony Stewart series right now. 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I'm glad he's found
the man
some
can
way
still
he knows how to
race.
drive.
He's still winning.
Yeah, sure.
He's beating retired IndyCar drivers right now.
Well,
what else can you do?
Is that a retired IndyCar driver?
He's beating Haley Deegan.
The IndyCar series to me, listen, a lot of people who just love racing are going to hate this. The IndyCar series to me is maybe the truck series. In my mind.
I'm an IndyCar guy.
Xfinity.
I like IndyCar.
I'm not a big open wheel guy. I just
like
can't.
it. I like
can't
it.
dig it. I need the combat. I need them to touch cars. I need the battle.
SRX car is like all those cars put together.
Yeah,
a go-kart, a truck.
It's like everything. It's true. It is a crazy car, isn't it? And pre-built. Well, Cole Custer drove this last week, though. This has got the finish, but now they're going to give it over to Newman so Cole can focus on whatever the crap he's doing.
Yes.
All right, let's take a break.
Xfinity.
I guess so, right? I guess. That's what his life's plan is going to be from now on. Let's take a break, calm down here, and we'll come back with the final stage and wrap this puppy up. Hang with us, baby dogs.
White Blaze Outdoor provides educational hiking tours, fly fishing trips, and shuttles. We're located in Abingdon, Virginia near the Appalachian Trail. If you are only looking for an afternoon hike to see wild horses or a full multi-night trip, we have what you need and know where you want to be. We are currently booking adventures in southwestern Virginia and northeast Tennessee. For more information, visit whiteblazeoutdoors.com or call 276-356-7068.
Wrap it up.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow and wow. Man, we are looking at these paint schemes, and we just left off segment 3. Here we are in segment 4, the final segment, and we are in the middle of a Rick Ware sandwich.
Wow.
Cole Custer and JJ pushed each other around Pocono and finished down there in 5th and 26th. JJ getting to come back 2 weeks in a row. Drive the 15 car again with his Patriot Mobile Freedom movie car.
Yes. I saw this movie.
Did you?
Yes.
Really? Tell me about it. I don't know anyone who's seen this, but I've heard a lot about it.
It is hard to watch.
Really?
It is emotional.
Really?
It
wow.
is hard to watch.
That's what some people said
It
online.
is not for the faint of heart.
Okay. It's doing well, my
It
understanding.
is.
A lot of
It's
people
doing very well.
Wow. Okay.
And
yeah, here's
Sound of Freedom sounds like it's going to be a 4th of July movie. It
does.
is not the 4th of July.
Not the 4th of July.
It has nothing to do with the 4th of July.
Okay.
And
We'll just leave it out there as a mystery for everyone to go out and see and solve.
And there is a huge push to get tickets on this.
Like you have to.
Well, you can gift. They have I don't know if that's on the hood, but you can buy tickets for people.
Oh, okay. So you just
on this movie.
Wow. You gotta convince other people in there. You gotta.
It was filmed in 2018.
Oh, wow.
Just released this year.
Just because of the COVID stuff?
No, because Disney had it originally.
Oh, and then
Disney sold it to this studio.
Yeah.
And they went to Disney, Fox, Amazon, Netflix, all turned it down.
Wow. Okay. But Disney actually was producing it at one point and backed out. Okay.
Well,
wow.
they owned the studio rights to it.
Wow.
And so
Disney on a Rick Ware car better get.
I ain't going to Disney World.
Crazy.
But
JJ ain't going there.
No, but yeah. So filmed in 2018, just released because
Wow.
they had to jump through a lot of stuff to get that movie out.
Okay. All right, a lot going on there. Hey,
Whoa.
here's somebody with a lot going on. This man has signed a multi-year extension deal to remain with Spire Motorsports.
Do you think it was after his 1 week in the non-car?
It was after his 1 week.
They said, we got to get this guy on lock.
I think they wanted to keep him because I don't think anybody's knocking down the door to go drive at Spire other than him.
Carson Hocevar.
Carson Hocevar is, but we'll get to that a
But
little
what
bit
about
later.
this guy?
Exactly.
Is he knocking down the door?
I think
He's knocking down some other stuff.
He's being pushed out the door, maybe.
Yeah.
Carson Hocevar will. That's my prediction. 77 next year. He gets it. This guy, multi-year deal.
Next year, Carson
Next
Hocevar?
season. That's my guess. I'm going to throw it out there. Yeah, it's a crazy idea. You might think he needs to move up to Xfinity. I think Spire's insane. I think Spire's just throwing mashed potatoes at the wall to see what kind of shape they make. They're just like, just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, put him in. What's the difference? What does it matter? We're just like first race. Didn't
What's the difference between 25th and 29th?
Didn't the 77 like complete like one lap in like multiple races this year? Like they're like, well, what can happen?
Yeah.
And when they did put him in the 7 car the week he was out, he ran a good race. Carson Hocevar did.
Well, talking about this team,
Yeah.
I think. You think Sheldon Creed's ready to move up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know,
People like him.
people
I
do like him. He's a good guy.
31 car maybe.
He's
77
I'm
car
gonna say
maybe.
this. I'm gonna say this about Sheldon Creed. Okay.
The 3 car maybe. What's the difference does it make? Austin Dillon, Sheldon Creed?
I know. Yeah. Here-
He's driving for Xfinity, right?
If
Or
you
RCR?
have not watched an interview with Sheldon or just seen him as a person as he gets out of the car, okay, you're not going to understand what I'm going to say. But if you have seen Sheldon, then you're going to totally get what I'm saying here. I will say he is the best lesbian in NASCAR. Okay? I'm going to give him that.
I'm not worried about it.
All right.
I'm not worried about it.
But I don't know if he's ready for the Cup Series.
What I need to do.
I do think Spire, though, may be in the works of selling out half the team. Maybe the Andretti's to get real on this sucker next year. Put some money down. Somebody.
Listen, Marco won the SRX championship last year.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do in 6 races on 100 laps in a short track.
Probably not. I don't know. Haley's there.
Kyle Busch.
Here's the 77. They finished right together, too. Speaking of him.
This has been on.
It was on the 7 first.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Then last week, it was on this 77 again, before, and then it's on 77 again. We got a lot of repeats.
Yes.
Gamebridge, a big financial corporation, throwing more money at Spire. That's why I'm like, something's going on. And no one ever mentions Ty. Ty's got some of that big Rick money on the back right there, Nation's Guard.
I see it.
What a man. I hope Ty lands on his feet. Ty's also been driving the 3 car in Xfinity for his grandpa
Yes.
with the Ferris. I don't know how that's going to last. I'll be honest with you. Last year, right, they had the 54 car. No, wait. What was the or was that the year before last? That Joe Gibbs had the 54X car was the celebrity car that everybody drove.
Yes, in the Xfinity series.
Yeah. And Ty did maybe a third of those starts or a fourth. He did quite a bit of them. It was Ty, Trevor Bain, and some other
Cup guys.
Yeah, a couple random.
Kyle Busch probably.
And really, I think Ty went into that thinking he was going to show some people some stuff, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And that had to be worrisome. When you show up to Joe Gibbs X and can't win,
Yeah.
and you've been a big driver, it's bad.
Yeah.
All right, I wish the best for Ty. Good
We
luck
need to
to
bring
you.
back the 13 Geico car.
I agree.
Germain Racing.
Jermaine, what a man.
That was a Toyota car for a bit, wasn't it?
It was at one point. All those
Where did
last
that
years.
charter go? Who
It
knows?
sold to. Hold on, let
Probably
me.
Spire.
It might have been the 77 car. Charter. It's somebody's charter. Dang, who's charter? No, I think they bought the charter. Denny bought the charter and Michael Jordan to make
Oh, that's
2311.
right, that's
It was
right.
one of their 2. Yeah,
That's how they got the 45 car.
yeah. This guy right here, not doing well.
No, not at all.
Why do you think that is?
Just hanging around.
That he doesn't do well.
Um,
Why did he fall off so hard? This is
Well,
this is Tony's car, right? For
But
Stewart
is
Hart
it-
Racing. This
but
is
is
his
it-
number.
is 4 cars too many for this team?
Maybe for this team. This team might be in that whole Roush thing where they were just so big that it's like we need to cut back and
One
reevaluate.
time, Roush was 5 cars.
Right? Yeah. And that's why we have the rule for 4 cars now. They were like, listen, tell Roush to stop. He's gonna be the whole field.
Yeah. I think, well, number one, as a team, they struggle. So I think 4 cars might be way too many.
Maybe.
3,
Ford,
maybe.
Ford wants them to have 4, though, I think. I think that's part of the Ford's deal with them, that they got to be in 4.
And who else are they funding in the Ford camp? Front row?
Front rows.
Or is it Rick
They
Ware?
have a deal with it. They have, well, they
All
had
the
a deal
Fords
with
have
Rick
the same
Ware.
engine?
Yes, all engines are made by
Yates.
Yates. Yeah,
All
Roush
Fords.
H. Yeah, they've got one engine plant that is sending out everything now. They used to. Well,
Because
I
I
lied.
Penske used to do their own engine.
Penske used to. They don't. There's hold on. There's Roush, Yates engines for Ford.
Yeah.
TRD themselves makes every Toyota engine, and Chevy had
Has
Hendrick and
ECR.
ECR. But my understanding is this year, Rick and Big Richard Childress had a meeting, and they have combined their engine efforts to make Chevy stronger. So, far as I know at this moment, every manufacturer has one engine builder at this moment, is my understanding. You could buy like a crappy Toyota engine from that Triad place or whatever it was called. Who used to, the
Tricon?
Tricon Racing. No, but they might have bought one from him. There's another engine manufacturer that was making Toyota V8s and giving them to people, but they were like 50 less horsepower than what TRD was pushing out. I forgot who it was. Maybe the 96, a couple of the Gaunt brothers.
Gaunt brothers,
yeah. I think they were using that engine. Somebody else, I think.
Yeah.
Some Xfinity people.
I got some numbers to prove they're
Do you?
using that engine.
Ooh.
You know, Suarez was in that car.
He
for a
was,
year.
right? Yeah. Right.
We almost had the.
We almost bought the side of that at
metal,
Talladega one year, didn't
metal,
we?
Yeah.
Man, I still regret that daily.
Yes.
At daily, I wake up in the morning, I get up, and I'm like, could have had the whole side of that car for so cheap. I just think about it.
Yeah,
I've got a
what'd she
picture
come
on my
down-
phone still looking
She came
at it.
down to like, what, almost 50, 75
We were
bucks?
like $50 for a side of a car. We just couldn't fit it in your truck.
Yeah, you told me I could triple that.
Oh, God, yes.
Quadruple
Oh, God.
it.
It's a huge regret we didn't get
Yes.
almost free side of a car. I know it was a sucky car, but it was cool. All right, let's move on here. 12. Listen, he's had body armor.
This drink is wonderful.
Really? I've never had one. For some reason,
It's high in sugar.
I do love sugar. Let me get my Bojangles sweet tea over here to prove to you. You ever had a Bojangles sweet tea?
Not in a long time.
I'd say about this much of it is just sugar.
Okay.
And they fill it with sugar first, just pure white cane sugar filled up to here. And then they pour water in. There's one tea leaf inserted, and then about this much more sugar is put on the top.
And then I hear ice. though.
Delicious.
Where do they fit the ice?
The ice, it melts slowly as the sugar is poured onto it to give you a little bit of liquid to be able to pull something through the straw. Because if not, the sugar becomes so hardened in here that you can't even suck it up. So the ice is really where you're getting your drink from. This is a diabetic's wet dream right here. This is all this is. This will just change your life. But body armor, this is a little bit different of a thing. And this is what I really want to point out about this one. Look at those hood louvers, right? They're not putting stickers on them for some reason. Everybody else has those vents in their hood.
Yeah.
But they have a wrap on them that looks like the paint scheme.
Well, yeah.
Well, for some reason, Penske's like, nah, stop that. Don't do that this week.
Wow.
Why is that, you think?
I don't know.
Good analysis. It's a good point.
So-
I'm just wondering, do they think maybe there's an advantage there by not having something on those, even though, I mean, these people are dealing in Is that wrap possibly make a difference for airflow on this sucker? I don't know. I'm just
I
throwing
don't
it
know,
out there.
but NASCAR's going to catch on.
Yeah, if it does work, NASCAR will catch on. Or they'll just let it happen because they haven't done anything, and everybody else will start doing it because they find he gets air. And now we'll just have a bunch of black lines on hoods of cars.
This guy's locked in with a win.
This guy right here is good and going to go far, in my opinion. He's just unlucky right now. I say Ryan Blaney wins a cup before his career's over.
Oh, absolutely.
So, the man, probably my second favorite driver,
Okay.
Ryan Blaney. I like it. He's a good guy.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a good guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Ryan Blaney. We got to get through these cars. Me and you are always, the show's always so long with us. We just keep talking and
I
talking.
know. Wait till December on these episodes.
when there are no races, we're just like, man, you remember that time a guy drove a car?
Man, you remember that time we got that Daniel Suarez medal?
We're just going to tell you about crap we did. 41. God, what a terrible year.
He had words. You said.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Corey LaJoy.
Well, Corey LaJoy. More than words, it looked like.
Right.
I saw the in-car camera from somebody
Is
else.
that why he's at the back of the pack? I didn't see what happened.
Him and Corey apparently got into each other, and he felt like Corey had put him in the wall or wrecked him or something near the end. And if you didn't see it, go Google it. I was going to put it on the show. It was so awesome. But the quality's not that good of the in-car camera that's filming it. You can hear him screaming. I forgot what he said.
Oh, he's like lighting him up. Like
he's going off on Corey, and he just starts swinging in there.
There's a lot of expletives.
Yeah. Apparently, Ryan Priest is a high-strung guy. That's what I'm learning this year.
Well, he's not buying his way into the Stuart Haas seat.
Well, you're right about that.
Not with that sponsor.
Right. United Reynolds, I think, is his main backer that they gave him money, and they haven't been on a lot. I think Tony really thought this guy, and I thought, honestly, this guy's a good driver. Listen, I don't know if I've talked about this before or not. I'm going to throw one story out there. I know that we're running over, but this guy has such a great story. This man took a loan out on his own home, took a mortgage out, took the money, paid Joe Gibbs to let him drive the 20 Xfinity car a couple years back.
Really?
So that he thought he's like, I'm so good, I will go get in that car, and I will prove to everybody that I can win, and they'll hire me, and I'll get the money back and pay my house back off. This man risked his entire life, his car, his home.
Did he win in the 20 car?
He did. He won Bristol spring race. I was there in the 20 car, and maybe a couple others when he was in it. And that's what made him blow up, and then J.G. Daltrey grabbed him, and that just wasn't where he should have been.
Wow.
This, I thought, would be good for him, but honestly, Stuart Haas is just off. It's not his fault. I really don't believe. I believe this guy knows how to drive. And the Blaster may be back.
Wow.
BJ's here's a charter that I want to believe will be the one that's sold.
If it's Blaster and that thing's just spitting out. this is my reptilian of the week right here. It's gonna spit like a reptile.
That makes good sense. I will say, give it up for BJ McLeod here. I bought some Blaster. I did. I bought 4 cans of it.
Wow.
To work on the Wrap It Up van.
Supporting the business.
I did. I was like, hey, let's make use of these sponsors to build it.
Great.
Best paint scheme he could have. I think it's a good look. He's been in the bottom of points the last several years, below 30.
Tell me something I don't know.
Well, after 3 years, if you're like below 30 in points, they take your charter away from you and send it to the next person.
That I didn't know.
And give it to like the next person who's earned it.
Do you know that's like relegation in Premier League soccer?
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. If you're terrible at the bottom of the year, you
got to drop down. That's what I'm saying. They should take the 78 car, and he has to run Xfinity in the 78 car.
They should start. Yeah, they should start doing promotion and relegation.
I think it would be awesome.
Promoted teams at Xfinity.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of money, but I think that would be killer. Like the Xfinity champion gets a.
Who's getting relegated this year?
78.
78. And
78. I think they take his charter away, or he sells it before they take it.
Is Rick Ware putting 3 cars every week, or just
15 and 51?
Okay.
That's it. 78's on his own. He's actually his crew and everybody who builds the 78 is actually the night shift at RCR. So they won't work on his car during the day, and when all the normal RCR guys leave, his crew's allowed to come in and build his car overnight.
Speaking of Rick Ware,
ooh, the future. The future.
Here comes the money.
He's going to do it.
Were you kind of shocked when you saw it?
I was very shocked. I was like, what the crap? And especially at this time of year, like halfway through the year, there's a big announcement that somebody's going to Rick Ware. I'm like, what? Like next week? Right? I believe that. He's been fired and he's driving it next week. But, like, because we don't even know when Ryan Newman or anybody's going to be in the car. They don't even know anything at Rick Ware. They don't know what sponsor goes with what car. They don't know who's driving them. They make it up week by week, and they've already landed this guy. But I believe that's based on promises that next year Rick Ware cars are going to be pretty much clones of RFK cars and have more horsepower.
They could pull this guy after a couple of top 10s.
Right.
Not this week, though.
Right.
Where did he finish?
He is way down there in third. He only beat 3 cars. So Rick Ware, both of their cars beat him, so they can't feel good about it this week. Same sponsor as last week again for all cars. Who goes into 31 next year?
Who's the next signing anywhere that's announced next year?
man, I don't know. It has to be one.
Is it this car that they announced?
What's his? I don't know.
I mean, I think you think guys like Sheldon Creed's a candidate. Noah Gregson's a candidate. Austin Hill, maybe.
Austin Hill definitely, I think,
is a candidate.
Yeah, Austin Hill definitely could be a
this
candidate.
guy's a candidate.
Could be, I guess. Could be. I don't know.
I mean, just there's some connection here to RCR.
Yeah,
and
sure. Chevy.
Do you know the connection between RCR and this guy?
Ty Dillon.
What is the connection between Ty Dillon and RCR? That must be a deep one.
Yes. Well, we got cars to finish.
All right, we'll talk about it next week. Tune in for that.
Speaking of RCR.
Speaking of connections to RCR and the Dillons, here he is.
Oh man,
Future manager, owner,
his
runner.
brother beat him.
Big brother.
His brother beat him.
Ty got him this week.
By 6 positions.
I expect this kind of finish
7.
next week for RCR. Maybe we come back and I'm wrong, but I don't see Richmond going well for the 3. That's my prediction.
That looks just like the Martin Truex car.
Man, Johnny's got so much money.
He don't even know what to do.
Here's this old boy. He had a run at it for a little while. He thought he was going to win something.
Did you see how mad he got at the tow truck?
he was cussing that boy.
I mean,
He's
he
hollering.
was going off.
He was upset, wasn't he? He was not happy. I saw something that said NASCAR may review the tow policy just because of this. Like, because he was mad. He's like, I'm losing spots. But they're trying to figure out what the crap they're doing.
Listen, some cars get stuck in weird places.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine trying to put 4 tires on the banks of Bristol?
Oh, I know, right? I mean, yeah. It'd be crazy. I get it. It's hard. Last place. Your
because of Joey Logano.
Joey
Listen,
and the 99.
if
not
there's
happy.
one guy in the Cup Series who just ends up in the wrong place at the wrong times a lot,
Right.
it's this guy.
Absolutely this guy.
Same paint scheme as last week, going with the All-American.
All-American jockey for the...
Richmond's not a bad place for him, though.
It is not. It is not.
He is outside the bubble looking in right now.
Yeah.
Needs some luck.
He definitely does.
Probably needs to put A.J. Allmendinger in the wall. Maybe McDowell.
He's going to have to do something to make some points, I'll tell you that. Let's think, though, who, if not him, who wins Richmond this week, Jordan? Who has the big push to make it all happen?
Hendrick.
Is it Hendrick? Is it somebody else?
I'm going to stick. This is an unpopular pick, but I think Denny gets it done again.
Wow. Denny.
Home track for him.
It's true. It's true, and he's good there. I think that's a good pick. It'd be crazy. Mavis Beacon typing in Winner's Circle 2 weeks in a row on the 3rd week of the car. I'm going to go I'm just going to get nuts. I've said it all, the whole show, how bad RCR is going to be. The 8 wins. Even with a terrible short track car. The 8 wins. No, yeah. I lied. I'm just, the spirit's not with me on the 8. I'm sorry. The RCR car's bad. 19. 19 used to be terrible at short tracks. I think 19 shows up strong.
Yeah.
We could be totally wrong.
Here's not a dark horse pick, but I think he just gets so pissed. Kyle Larson, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be something.
Can I make 2 picks?
Sure, might as well.
So
what's it going to hurt? Make some picks. Dark horse, light horse, medium horse, any horse. Any horse that enters will not win the race. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not horse racing. Do not put your money on horses. Folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch this ignorant show. I don't know how you got here, if you accidentally clicked on it or you're just a good person who loves good things in NASCAR. We appreciate it. We got prizes. Don't forget. Look back at the other segments. Learn how to do it. Jordan, any final thoughts before we go out?
Hey, I'm going to go see Kyle Busch race tonight.
Do it to it, baby.
Kyle Busch against Haley Deegan. Who's winning? Give me a winner for tonight.
I'm going to go Kyle Busch.
Helio Castroneves.
Wow. All right, turn in the SRX tonight. See if Jordan nails that. See if Jordan's on TV. Jordan, will you get on the track tonight?
No.
Okay, never mind. Don't tune in. Don't watch this. Love all of you, folks. See you.